Ilonka Tolney.
Here I am.
You're to go in now. Ilonka Tolney, Your Majesty.
Come along, young lady. Come along.
Your Majesty, I've come to tell you about the arrest of Ladislaus Teshik, the baker of Roland Street, who was arrested and accused of putting things...
Wait now. Not so fast. It's about the salt sticks into which he put these communications, hmm?
Yes, Your Majesty, but he didn't, did it?
He didn't,
Do it, I mean. I'm a little nervous, Your Majesty.
Oh, don't be, my child. So you say this baker didn't do it?
No, Your Majesty, he didn't. I did it.
Oh, that's rather an odd way to send a letter, isn't it? In a salt stick? We do have a postal system in the Empire now, you know.
I know it. It was a terrible thing to do.
They arrested the baker, you say?
Yes, Your Majesty. They took him away in a wagon. He's heartbroken about it.
Good baker, too. The salt sticks were very tasty. Usually.
He was very proud of them, Your Majesty. And he was very proud that someday he might, through Your Majesty's grace, be appointed baker to Your Majesty's court.
Frederick, have we had in mind making any such appointment?
Your Majesty had before this unfortunate happening.
What prompted you to do this thing, my child?
I certainly wish I knew. It's very silly.
I see you say that the composer is a genius. A young genius, I'm sure.
Yes, but I think I was mistaken.
You've heard this played, no doubt.
Yes, Your Majesty, but I don't know very much about music. I don't even like music. In fact, I hate music. And I like composers even less. They're unreliable and insincere. Well, don't you ever have anything to do with them because you'll be disappointed every time.
Frederick, see that the baker is set free at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I don't know how to thank you.
And Frederick, authorize his appointment as baker to the court with all the emoluments and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, he'll be the happiest man in the world. It's just too much to believe.
Not at all. One has to have good bread, even if one's a king.
Like a king, Your Majesty. You're just like any of the old peasants in Sea Chomyo.
Thank you. Is that where you come from?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Not far from Chucha, is it?
22.5 miles.
I used to hunt there when I was a young man.
I know, Your Majesty. They still talk about it.
Fine people in those mountains.
Oh, yes, Your Majesty.
And now I shall forget the whole incident of the salt sticks and the composer if you promise to do the same.
Oh, I'll never think about it again as long as I live.
That's a bargain, then.
Done.
Go ahead, go ahead. That's what you do in the mountains when you see the bargain, isn't it? Done.
I'm very sorry Your Majesty was disturbed by so trivial a matter. I shall communicate Your Majesty's displeasure to Mr. Wiedelmeyer.
On the contrary, we enjoyed it immensely. Have this music played and give us your opinion on its merit.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And remember, Frederick, it was composed by the friend of a very good friend of ours.
Yes, Your Majesty.
That girl is so much in love. So very much in love.